Okay, so today I'm reacting to Devin Hester's highlights, all right? Now, I got to give a little bit of backstory on this. I didn't see most of Devin Hester's returns. Some of them I saw live. Most of my football knowledge came from playing Madden. I would just look at the ratings of the players, all right? And then I could, so, he was really fast on Madden. I watched a couple of games where I've seen him bring it back to the house, but I've never seen all of them. So this will be my first time checking out Devin Hester, You Are Ridiculous highlights. Okay, so I'm aware of him, but a lot of my football knowledge, if I'm being 100, just came from Madden. I will look at the wide receiver and see how fast they are, how tall they are, and with their speed, and I would base whether or not you were a superstar on that, and then basic knowledge about the NFL, because I was mainly watching the NBA when I did watch sports. So anyways, before we get started, if you like this type of content, do me a big favor and like the video if you want to stay up to date whenever I post. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let's get into it. All right, let's get into it.
We think every time he goes back to receive a kick that something special is about to happen.
Devin Hester is in a different category. He's unbelievable. You don't find guys like him.
Devin Hester can do just about anything you ask him to do.
Realize that he's the number 23, okay? So, MJ fan.
He did his first 3 years in the league. No one's ever done it.
To be the best return in the history of the game and also start and be a great wide receiver. How many players have been able to do that?
Okay, I knew he was incredible. I didn't know he was the greatest receiver ever, all right? But I'm not surprised at it. But I didn't know that was official, okay? Because he said that with confidence, like there's no one even coming close.
In the history of the game and also start and be a great wide receiver. How many players have been able to do that?
And then he went to wide receiver from special
The
teams.
first game in the NFL, he returned a punt back against the Packers. So you expect that every time.
Hester backpedals to the 16, starts to his right up to the 20, 25, finds a little room, 30, look out, across the 40.
Wow.
He's got the punter to beat, 45, right sideline, 40, 30. He's to the 20, got a picket line, he'll score,
Fast.
touchdown Chicago. Devin Hester, the rookie, takes it all the way back.
From the 18. Brady bucks Devin Hester into the open field. Ooh. And Hester picks up another block. Devin Hester, the punter to beat. He beat him. Devin Hester all the way. Touchdown.
It's a thing of beauty, all right, just to watch him work, because there are people in the NFL that's probably faster than Devin Hester, but his ability to see the lane and to get past people with that speed and his will to do it is just unmatched.
Block. Devin Hester, the punter to beat. He beat him.
Dude, look at that. That's crazy.
Touchdown, Chicago Bears. It's just incredible.
That place
I've always liked the Bears jerseys.
kick, Feely gets into it high, short, doesn't have a chance. And it's taken in the end zone, is going to be run out. Coming to the near side, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, near right sideline. Got blockers. If he sets it up, he does. 50, 45, 40. He's going to take it all the way. Devin Hester has done it again for Chicago.
Yeah. It looked like it was a play that he was going to take a knee or whatever. But instead, he saw the seam and tuck it, all right?
Let's see what Devin
Or created it.
Hester can do with his kick from the 10. Break free in the open.
Man, he's fast.
Hester, goodbye. A record 5th return for a touchdown.
Unfortunately,
Crazy.
I saw Devin Hester do it twice in a game.
In the second return in St. Louis,
Ooh,
I
up
came
the
up
middle.
with the term that Devin Hester, you are ridiculous.
And an NFL record 6th return of the year.
To give you guys an idea how great this is, if no one's come close, before or since, it's crazy that the history we witness. I mean, what are the odds someone's ever going to be able to beat his records?
Hester do it twice in a game.
In the second return in St. Louis, I came up with the term that Devin Hester, you are ridiculous.
And an NFL record 6th return of the year.
Devin Hester, you are ridiculous.
It makes me want to throw up, literally.
He changes games.
ladies and gentlemen.
I know I said this earlier. I'll bring it up again.
He meant that.
I know there are a lot of good rookies out there. Who's had more of an impact on the league this year than this guy?
The Bears and the Colts preparing for Super Bowl 41. There's not a player on these sidelines that didn't have this dream. It sails to the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15
blocking.
to the 20.
Oh, maybe not. Oh my goodness, he makes a way out of no way.
40 midfield. 40.
That juke was amazing.
It sails to the far side around the 8-yard line to
I mean, you could have kicked that ball to 100 men, and they would have all gotten tackled.
Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20. Breaks free of the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40 midfield.
Fast.
40 30 of the Colts. 20 15. Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown Bears!
Crazy.
No way!
Everyone was expecting him to do it, and he did it.
It's got to be one of the more exciting things to happen in football in terms of like how you can score, because it's so unexpected and so rare. All right.
Everybody's reaction was, oh my God.
This guy's ridiculous.
Devin Hester is the best ever to play at the position.
Because he's the type of guy that gives you your money's worth.
I mean, his movements are so smooth when he cuts left to right. He's still going at the same speed.
Major hang time for Hester. He's under it at his 26. Starts right now left. Up the left sideline and open. 50, 40.
Goodness.
Hester 30. Hester 20. 10, 5. Touchdown.
Right up the line.
From the 2. Hester going to run it out. Angling middle to the 10. Gets a block of the 15. Through a crack of the 20. He's
oh my goodness.
30. He's got the sideline. He's by Hanson. He's got the left side.
I mean, the way he just accelerated there.
From the 2. Hester going to run it out. Angling middle to the 10. Gets a block of the 15. Through a crack of the 20. He's on his way to 30. He's got the sideline. He's by Hanson. He's got the left side. Sheds Middleton. He's going to go at the 25. Middle of the field. 10, 5. Touchdown. Cracking it down inside his 10 and circling to the 5 right as Devin Hester gets a block to Miami Adejo. Slices 2. Now 3 Vikings.
See a little juke move he did there? It's crazy.
5 right as Devin Hester gets a block to Miami Adejo. Slices 2. Now 3 Vikings. Tears him up to the 20. Running right at the 30. Hester
And he's
to the 40.
gone.
There is nothing, and I mean nothing, but Kentucky bluegrass in front of him. Touchdown.
Devin Hester from the 12. 30.
Oh.
40. I don't get it. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. How
Crazy.
exciting is Devin Hester? 10 career return touchdown.
Devin is the hot thing now. Well, the hot thing 2 years ago. Last year didn't do much.
He has been susceptible to the same problems as every other great kick returner. It didn't last.
Trying to get out this hole, man.
When he first got to the league, it was more just like he's a special teams kind of guy, but he became a really good receiver.
I got this guy locked in. I know where I'm going. And I get to the spot, and somehow he's not there.
That's what kind of makes him a great player, is that you can use him so many different ways.
Out of Tulane on 2nd and 7. That pass is caught by Hester. And Hester is going to break free, and nobody's going to catch Devin Hester. That's why they moved him.
I didn't know he was such an awesome receiver.
5 receivers. 3rd and 9. Orton going for the end zone. It's Hester.
Oh, wow.
Is he inbounds? Yes. Touchdown. Cutler's pass. And caught by Hester. And he's on his feet and going in for the touchdown. And Cutler gets hit as he launches it. And Devin Hester makes the catch. Ball floated out there, and there were 2 defenders, but Hester makes the play. Cutler with all day. Back in the end zone.
Catching him in the corner.
Devin Hester touchdown. What a grab. One arm, reels it in.
Full on receiver.
Has control, gets his feet down. Play action. Cutler has some time. Cutler going deep into double.
Nice. Beautiful throw, too.
Our fans get a chance each week to see the best return in the history of the game play on a weekly basis.
The Windy City Flyer, the man they call anytime. Devin Hester's going to return it. First to the 25-30, opening 35-40.
Is that when he changes directions going at the speed that he goes at, it's like no one can catch you.
Mark Treston told us it was Devin Hester who came to him and said, all I want to do is return.
We haven't seen Devin Hester do this since 2007.
Picked up a block, and here comes Hester. He might
Beautiful.
Devin Hester! Got it! Touchdown!
Dope jerseys, too.
and it's been over 2 years. But finally, Devin Hester back in the end zone.
I just can't believe they kicked the ball to this guy.
Right.
In 2011,
I thought at one point they stopped kicking to him.
Hester's 11th career punt return for a touchdown made him the all-time leader.
Saw that note, 10 punt returns for touchdowns, and this one returnable for Hester.
Ooh, switch directions.
Into the open
Oh my goodness.
This will be a record for Devin Hester.
It's like he can see it. He's not just fast. He can see the lane before everyone else.
Into the open field, and this will be a record for Devin Hester.
He just knows where he wants to go, and he just does it.
Penalty flag, 69 yards. So that breaks the all-time record that Hester shared.
Oh, that makes my back hurt just looking at that.
With Eric Metcalf for most punt returns for touchdowns in NFL history. What a punt by Malone.
Oh.
All the way back to the 18.
Drop the ball.
But another good return.
On the Lions.
Crossing the 40, and again it's Malone.
Oh, still in. Now he's cutting in. Oh, my goodness.
The 12th punt return for a touchdown, the most in NFL history.
You know, I knew Devin Hester was great, but I didn't know how great he was, you know, until watching this video. Okay, I always thought he was just a superstar player.
For the electrifying Devin Hester, 82 yards.
Again, they little toward the sidelines, and Hester running from west to east.
Man.
Got a line set up. He's across midfield, down the sideline.
Big boy didn't stand a chance.
Take it all the way. His first return touchdown in 29 games.
Devin catches Dion. 19th return touchdown.
Oh, he caught
tying
Dion.
an NFL record.
And I know you hate talking about the record. I read that somewhere. But is it becoming a bit of a distraction at all for you, or you just want to get this thing over with?
I'm tired of it. I'm ready to get it out of history and just move on with it.
Earlier today, Devin Hester agreed to a 3-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons. Hester is challenging the NFL's combined return record held by Deion Sanders. Wouldn't it be something, as Deion Sanders mentioned on Twitter today, if he broke the record in the house that Deion built?
When you were growing up, who was the person that you thought the most of in the NFL?
Deion Sanders. No question.
Dana.
Okay.
As Hester retreats to the 30. He's past it.
Oh, my gosh.
Except the punter, and he breezes past him, and it's Devin Hester's night to high step.
Wish I would have saw that game.
He's just broken Deion Sanders' record. He was tied with Deion for 19 career total return touchdowns. That's number 20. Standalone now.
Beautiful.
At the top of the record books. Devin Hester.
I try to get the football for you, but they say it's probably on the way to the camp right now.
I'm overcome with emotions right now because
I told you I was going to do it, man.
Oh, man. Look at Deion trying to lie. His ego is, I know he's going to always say the right thing, all right? But his ego is out of this world. He doesn't want nothing about him is humble, okay? So he is not happy. I don't care. I'm not buying it.
I love you as a man, as a father, as a husband, and I'm so
That's a cold suit.
proud of you, man.
I know that records are meant to be broken, but this one I want to try to put it out there as far as I can.
Has he been doing it long? No, he hasn't. Is it fair to put him ahead of all these other
That was
guys
amazing.
that had great careers as return guys? Yeah, I think it is.
Devin Hester, who decided to call it quits today, announcing his retirement.
First of all, I want to thank the organization for allowing me to retire as a Bear. My first time saying no.
And a professional.
Football. This is the end of the road for me. And I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Good old days.
There he goes! Devin Hester keeps making history!
You know, I didn't watch a whole lot of football. I wish I did. You know, my childhood was kind of crazy, so there's a lot of stuff I missed out on. So I caught some of this stuff in pockets. You know, some of these returns, a couple of them, you know, I was fortunate enough to actually watch it, but most of them I didn't, and I learned a lot of new things too. I once they said it was like, oh yeah, he did go to receiver, but I thought he was just one of those receivers you just send on on an out route, and that's it. That's all he could do. But he's up there catching in the corner and beasting. So I didn't even know he was doing all of this. But shout out to the supporter that sent in the request for this one. Thank you. This was fun. I love learning about different sports, especially some sports even I grew up watching a little bit, but learning a little bit more about, if that makes sense. All right. See you guys next time. I appreciate you for watching.